let's begin with the broadest and most rudimentary of all the hand movements that you can make. This is a very, very simple move anyone's hand can make naturally. Let's see what it can produce. Just hold your hand straight with your fingers extending and put your hand into the control space as if you were going to shake hands with someone. Just point your fingers right at the pitch rod. That's all you need to do. Now let's experiment with what your hand naturally produces as a sound by simply bending our wrists. Place your hand in the control space. Now bend your wrist to the left. Bring it back to neutral. And bend it to the left. Bring it back to neutral. Now let's move the hand to the right from the wrist. To the right, to neutral. To right, to neutral. To the left. What we hear is that we're getting about an octave's worth of range out of this. Very rarely would you ever move your hand back to the right as this, because as you notice, the pitch goes down because you're moving your fingers further from the pitch rod. However, in general, in this mid-range of frequency, about an octave. Pause the video, experiment, then come back for the next. Okay. We're going to stay with this same movement. This time, place your hand in the control space as if you're going to shake hands. Turn your hand with the palm facing up and simply bend your wrist toward you at a 90-degree angle. And slowly. Bend the wrist down to neutral. Down to neutral. Down into neutral. That's an interval of about a fourth. Carefully listen to every interval that your hands produce. Your brain and your body are taking account of all this. It's all going to add up to something. Pause the video and experiment. Let's see what happens and with just your fingers moving naturally. Place your hand in the handshake position again, and then loosely close your fist. Now, one at a time, let's release each finger and see what happens. Start with the pinky finger. Just place it out. That's about a full step. If we place it further up in the control space toward the pitch rod, let's see. Is it a full step or is it more? More. The pitches are closer together up here. So we're going to go each finger individually. Let's start with the pinky. And you can move it slowly. Let your body and your mind feel and hear the slide. Now your ring finger. Now with a closed fist, the ring finger is going to be somewhat restricted in its movement because of the tendons attached to your pinky and your middle finger. You won't necessarily be able to get it out all the way straight. Some will, some won't. About a full step in that restricted position. Now the third finger, we're not going to say anything about it. We're just going to do it. Forefinger. Let's try it further down. It's about a full step when I go down, but about a third mid-range in the control space. Try it all throughout the control space. So to review with this, pause the video and do this, one finger at a time. And your thumb. the video, then come back and see what's next. We're going to stick with the fingers, and this time we're going to see what happens with a basic hand position. Let's form the letter O. Quiet you. Let's form a rough letter O. Very loose grip. Very loose, very relaxed. And place the O into the control space laterally. Turn it like this, and then reach. Keep your hand nice and relaxed. And now, just open your fingers. Like this. Now let's see how many notes that we can get within any particular area of the control space. Let's try see how many notes in a major scale we can get. Go nice and slow. Close the O. There's the next note. The next note. Now from here, since I'm directly perpendicular to the pitch rod, if I move my hand any further out, it's going to go down from that O position because my fingers are actually moving away from the pitch rod. You would very rarely do something like that. So with the O position, we can move in full steps, we can move in intervals, we can move chromatically in half steps like this. Pause the video, give the O shape a try. Really work to hear and feel what it feels like. To try to get scales, intervals, pitches. Try it all in different positions in the control space. Then resume the video. Next, we're going to use what I would call a rough L shape. We're going to start with the L closed and then just open it. In other words, opening your hand out from the thumb, creating as close to a 90-degree angle as you can. Roughly, it's a handshake position again. Close your hand and then open it out into the L shape. That's a pretty good interval of a fourth. And you notice that I'm trying to keep my hand as still as possible. And every time I close my hand, it pretty much comes back to the same note. This is great. In the future, we'll be working in another lesson with using your thumb as a placeholder. A way of finding your way back from note sequences, note runs, and different portions of the melody. So, pause the video, work with this L shape, both as a double move from closed to open, and also as a slow move, gradual. Pause the video, try it for a few minutes yourself, then come on back. Next, we're going to work with the fingers in a slightly different way. It's a cross between the O, where we opened all of our fingers together, and the OK sign. Keep your elbow bent, and the basic move is from a closed position with your fingers closed to open now, anywhere along the control space. This gives you incredible range because you're now using your arm, your hand, and your fingers so that you can get a great range of motion and also a huge range in terms of the pitches that you can hit. experiment this one for a few minutes at least, and really begin to see what you can do. Pause the video, come on back for the last one. The last position is a simple open hand. I'm pretty much surprised at how much I use an open hand, particularly when we get up into the range that's so high that even the slightest movement is going to change your pitches. Very difficult to move fingers intricately when you're this close, but many times just a simple, loosely relaxed open hand can get you more results, like this. And you can also, as you see, really get into the vibrato. You won't be in danger of hitting the antenna a lot either. Now, take all of these moves, the basic hand movement, the basic finger movements, the O, the L, the OK, and the open hand, and take some time to experiment. Take some time to really get into what your hand does. And soon, you'll be intuiting more, but you'll be free of tension, you'll be free of anxiety as to what specific fingering move you need, and you'll work towards moving and getting the result. By consciously working with these now, as a very mechanical exercise, you're training yourself to be able to feel and intuit when the right time to use any one of these might be. And it will directly affect and improve your ability to play intricate melodies, rhythms, and your sense of pitch.